There is a moment on the spiritual path that almost no one prepares you for. It doesn't arrive during enlightenment. It doesn't come during meditation. It doesn't happen when everything feels peaceful and aligned. It comes after the deepest pain you have ever known. After a loss so great that it breaks something open inside you. After a moment so devastating that the walls you spent a lifetime building finally fall apart. This moment is simple, quiet, and almost invisible. It is the moment when the heart begins to soften, not because life became easier, but because something inside you finally stopped resisting what life has always been. 1. Pain breaks the shell, and the heart begins to open. When you lose someone you love deeply, the pain is not just emotional. It breaks through layers of protection you didn't even know you had. Layers built from childhood wounds. Layers built from fear, survival, shame, disappointment. Layers built from the belief that if you closed your heart, you could stay safe. But grief is powerful. It doesn't just hurt the heart. It opens it. And once the heart cracks open, something extraordinary begins to happen. You begin to feel again. You begin to soften. You begin to see the world with a tenderness you didn't know you had. Not because you want to, but because you can't go back to who you were before. 2. The world becomes softer because you become softer. After losing someone, the world doesn't change. You do. You start speaking more gently. You start looking at people differently, not through judgment, but through understanding. You realize most people are not difficult. They are wounded. Most people are not rude. They are scared. Most people are not cold. They are protecting something fragile inside. And something surprising happens. You no longer react the way you used to. You don't explode as quickly. You don't cling as tightly. You don't argue for control. You don't need to be right. Because the heart, once opened, doesn't want to harm anything. Not even itself. 3. Your child stops being a child. You see a soul. When the heart opens, you also begin to see the people you love in a completely new light, especially your children. You stop seeing a little person who needs to obey. You start seeing a soul with their own path, their own blueprint, their own lessons, their own timing, their own inner wisdom. And suddenly, you don't want to shape them. You want to accompany them. You don't want to force them. You want to support them. You don't want to protect their body. You want to protect their soul. This is one of the clearest signs that the heart has opened. Control is replaced by respect. Authority is replaced by presence. Fear is replaced by love. 4. You begin to sense the flow of life, its rhythm, its seasons. Once the heart has softened, you begin to see life differently. You start noticing the flow of the seasons, the impermanence of feelings, the rise and fall of circumstances, the fragility and beauty of being human. You understand something that the mind alone could never grasp. Everything is movement. Everything is changing. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is fixed. Success and failure lose their meaning. Pain and joy become teachers, not enemies. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you begin to see that every experience is shaping your soul. Some people learn through love, but most souls learn through pain. Not because pain is noble, but because pain breaks the barriers that love could not reach. 5. And then you begin to feel connected to everything. This is the quiet miracle. When the heart finally opens, truly opens, you begin to feel connected to people, to nature, to the sky, to silence, to life itself. You begin to understand what ancient teachings meant when they said, where there is form, there is illusion. You sense directly that everything is temporary, like dew on grass, like a flash of lightning. But behind the impermanence, you feel something eternal, a presence that was always there. And you realize your heart didn't break. It just broke open. 6. Closing. When the heart opens, your real life begins. The deepest pain of your life did not destroy you. It revealed you. It stripped away everything that was blocking your light. It opened your eyes to the truth beneath all truths. You were never meant to stay the same. You were meant to open. And when the heart opens, gently, quietly, silently, you don't just remember who you are. You begin to remember what you came here to do. This is the path of remembering. And this is when the heart opens.